Hey, Alan.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Can you describe very shortly what do you do at Canonical?
Yeah, I get that question a lot. You could summarize it as talking to people on IRC and reading and replying to emails a lot of the time. But what's also important is connecting people together. So we have community developers who maybe come across a problem with the tools that they're using. The SDK might have a problem, or they might want to do something which requires changes in the platform. And part of my role is to connect those community people with people who work on the platform so that they can resolve whatever issues there are. And a good example of that is the music app at the moment. We have some new features that we want to land, but those new features require some really fundamental changes on the phone itself. And so we've got people in the community developing user interfaces. We've got people within Canonical doing the underlying libraries, and they're working together, and I'm kind of stewarding some of those conversations in order to get a nice result out of it. So a lot of the time it's bringing people together, making sure people collaborate on the right things, and trying to make sure we set the direction for each of the applications to be consistent across the Ubuntu phone.
Have you any stuff to share with us about your work on the music apps, or if you have any podcast thing to say about?
So in my day job, for those that don't know, I spend a lot of time working with community developers who create many of the applications that are default on the Ubuntu phone. And they give up their time and resources to create beautiful applications for people to use on Ubuntu phone and on tablets and on desktops as well. And some of those features are currently under development, so we've got some new exciting things to talk about. We're currently working on adding streaming services to the music app, for example. We're also got refreshes for some of the other applications like calendar and clock have a visual refresh. You may have seen some blog posts from the design team showing screenshots of, they're actually mock-ups of what the app should look like. I've had people come up to me and say, where can I get that new clock app? I'm like, well, we haven't actually written it yet. Those are just designs. And that's one of the things that I really enjoy is the design team come up with the visuals for the applications, and we work with the developers to work out what's possible, what's feasible, and the developers give their feedback to the design team, and then we create our applications and put them in the store, and people enjoy them.
So there are plenty stuff to talk with you because, for example, the first episode we made for the Ubuntu podcast, out of 20 news, you were on about 5 news, like gaming on Ubuntu with Doom, retro gaming, and plenty of stuff. I just selected one stuff that I love. Can you talk more about Marvin, maybe?
Yeah. Yes. So Marvin is a bot that I created with Stuart Langridge, and the idea behind Marvin is that sometimes community developers have limited funds and they can't buy an Ubuntu phone, or maybe they're in a country where they're not immediately available, or maybe they just don't want to buy one yet until they've created an application and they want to see what it looks like. And so Marvin is a service where you upload your application and we run the application on a number of devices, and we take screenshots and gather logs, and then we email them back to you so you get an idea of what your application looks like on an Ubuntu phone. And we test it on BQ E4.5, Nexus 4, Nexus 7, and potentially other devices that come down the line. So the idea is to try and help community people to get their applications running on Ubuntu phone and diagnose when they go wrong. And it works, and it's been a really fun thing to do. It's not something I've done for my job, it's been in my spare time. I've really enjoyed creating it. I'm giving a talk here at UbuCon, so you'll probably find it'll be recorded on YouTube, and you'll be able to link to it at some point as well, so people can find out more from there. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Alan.
Cheers.